I want to give a huge thanks to Omaze for sponsoring today's video. Stay tuned for a word from them later on. We are Linnea and Akila, and we want to welcome you back to the Northwoods. The last month and a half of living off-grid in our homes on wheels has been filled with problem solving, enjoying time in nature, and figuring out how self-sustainable we can be. We've also been considering ways that we could simplify even more or challenge our skills even further. We've noticed this dynamic of feeling as though we are doing so much more while simultaneously being forced to really slow down through it all. So here is what a day can look like in this beautiful forest while living in my van and Chris's bus. The mornings are my favorite time of day. In fact, I wish they lasted all day, but I suppose then I wouldn't enjoy them the same. Most often, I enjoy my coffee by the fireplace with a book and enjoy that slow glow from the forest, but not all mornings call for the same routine. There are a lot of dishes that we need to do this morning, but we don't have any water. And it's a really warm morning, so I'm going to take advantage of that. The jars that sit on the windowsill are a few of the things that we rely on the most. One holds the starter that I make all of our sourdough bread with, and the other two are for sprouts that I grow and gather about every 5 days. They are a delicacy. Do you want your breakfast? Touch. Good girl. Cute eyes. Okay. Each time I clean out my little wood stove, I use the leftover charcoal on the ice right outside my van, and it helps tremendously. Heading to the van to take care of a bunch of work that I want to do, and I'm just going to cozy up with a fire. Today is It's so weird. This morning was so beautiful. It's still very beautiful, but things are warming up even more. It's over 32 degrees, which is insane. And it is so hazy. Like I feel like I'm in like a fantasy forest. But my wood is getting wet, so I need to go inside. Come on, guys. My lights aren't working right now because the weather has just been the worst possible weather for solar. But for now, I'm making my coffee in the dark. We have light. I don't think it gets cozier than this. So I have a few things next to me because there is a project that I have wanted to start now for a while and just haven't had any time to do this. But while I'm sitting here in my cozy space, I want to fill you all in on how you could have a chance to win your own cozy space. I am so excited to be working with Omaze to offer you the chance to win a custom Mercedes Sprinter with an eco-friendly Van Smith conversion. And of course, Omaze is known for supporting great causes. This particular experience supports the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. This lifestyle has provided me the freedom and the opportunity to go to so many different locations and learn new things and experience new things, which is why I was so excited to be connected with this specific experience and be able to share with you guys the chance to win a Sprinter van. Here are a few of its features. The approximate retail value is $150,000 with a 4x4 drivetrain and a 7-speed automatic transmission. A few of the special features include a solar power system, max air roof fan, an isotherm Cruise 85-liter fridge, and Method wheels with BF Goodrich KO2 all-terrain tires. If you have not heard of Omaze before, their sustainable approach to raising funds for nonprofits really allows those nonprofits to spend less time and money on raising funds themselves and more time on really serving the needs of their communities. To date, Omaze has raised over $150 million for charity, and they have a goal to raise $1 billion for charity in a single year. The experience closes on January 27th at 11:59 p.m. PST. So head over to omaze.com/Linnea Aquila and take advantage of this time before that date sneaks up on you. All right, moving on to the project that I've wanted to start. Chris and I also have to do laundry for the first time today. We've been putting it off for like a week. I also have a few hours of computer work that I have to fit in. All of this is one of the reasons why I just needed to get up early. So here is what I want to start. I bought this canvas material, waxed thread, needles, and an easy stitch. And then I also found this really cool leather suede, I think it's a skirt. Honestly, it's kind of cute, but I don't really wear skirts. Anyway, I found this at a thrift store. My whole plan with accumulating these items is to make a bag. Not quite a bag, but like a tote. I feel like a tote is also a bag. A sling. Yeah. I want to make a wood sling and then hang that from where I stack my wood, like above where I stack my wood on the back side of this wall. That way I can go outside, get a bunch of kindling all set up, and just have all of my kindling in here to dry out. And so I don't have to do kindling every single day. So that's what I want to try to do. Do I think it's going to go super smooth? No, because nothing ever goes super smooth. But I think that it's a great idea, and we're going to see how it turns out. So I have like, I don't know, an hour to work on this. So I'm going to try to get as far as I can. And yeah, we'll just keep you in the loop. Is that what I want? I mean, that's kind of nice. Yeah, okay. I like that. All right, let's see how that turned out. What do we think? Here's what I got so far. I think it's nice. I think like this bottom part, I'm gonna make like closed, and then the rest will be open, more like a sling. So it'll be like a tote bag slash sling. So I think this fringe, yeah, the fringe has gotta go.
Throw stones into a quiet lake. What is it you're really saying? I turn the thoughts to little waves. Space on
We've got some crooked stitches, but I think it's going rather good, rather well, whatever.
Notice all the time it takes to just be, to really see something other than just me. To lean in.
They're crooked, but we've got to start. Also, here's your friendly reminder that you don't actually have to know what you're doing to try to make stuff for yourself. And more often than not, whatever you make, you're probably gonna love anyway, even if it's not perfect, because you made it. Which actually just reminded me that my sourdough starter is probably ready, and I have to prepare bread for today because we are all out, and I'd like to bake bread tomorrow because it basically takes a day to make. So I need to run over to the bus and see if my sourdough is ready to get started.
How's the hair?
It's so good.
It seemed like it was starting to dread, so it's time to wash it in the sink today. So I need
Look at those luscious locks.
Well, if you ever braid it, it's getting beat up out here off grid.
I know. Alright, bread is by the fire, and Chris is washing his hair.
Sink hair.
Sink hair, sink wash. And we just need to grab the meat to thaw for dinner tonight. I think today has been an interesting example of how short our days feel, because there's so much to do, just I guess just to live, or just to take care of the little things as far as like food and heat and stuff. For instance, right now it's about 2:30, and usually in the morning I spend about an hour just drinking my coffee slow and reading my book, but this morning I didn't do any of that because it was just made sense to go get water instead, and I'm so grateful I did because it was beautiful. But then I was kind of in go mode and just wanted to take care of other things and work. And then, you know, in the middle of a project that I've been waiting to start, realizing, oh shoot, I have to get the bread going because we need a few loaves of bread. That's kind of one of our staples out here. And then, of course, while I'm in the van, realizing that I need to go up and clean my solar panels because I was getting some energy today. So I had to take another break, get up, clean the solar panels. And I think just food in general takes a while. For instance, tonight I just set out that beef because we have leftover bread, which means I can make breadcrumbs with leftover bread that's stale and kind of burnt anyway. We love all of those aspects. Like, we love the time that it takes and how everything really forces us to slow down and really like pay attention to the things that we're doing and what's providing us this like life and the comfort and the food. It's so cool. But you might be wondering why I walked out here, and it's because finally the day has cooled off just enough to turn the slushy rain into snow. And it's gorgeous. These big clumpy snowflakes are falling through the trees, and it is so pretty. Hold up. Well, at this point, I need to make dinner in about an hour. So I am going to settle in bed and get a bunch of emails done and hopefully get a good chunk of editing done. There really isn't a day that goes by, unless I'm intentionally trying to take time off of work, where I don't do a few hours of computer work. Alright, the bread is looking really great. It has been resting for about the last 2 hours, which means it's almost ready to bulk rise. I got a little bit of a late start on it, so I'm gonna have to stay up kind of late until the bulk rise is over. But moving on to dinner. So I have 2 pounds of ground beef, and the shining star of tonight's dinner is this old, burnt, stale piece of bread. So that's actually what we're gonna start with. Also tonight I am using the oven. So I try not to use the oven for like long baking periods, just because our propane is, it's a limited, we have limited propane. But I also did not have the energy today to make a big fire, get a bunch of coals ready in order to bake both of these meatloaves. Maybe I'll make some potatoes to go with it. It's always nice to have vegetables to go with our main meal, because then we have leftovers for the next day or so, and just means less time cooking. So Chris just went for a walk. He's just having a really long day. A lot of work stuff happening, and so what I was thinking about is maybe some sort of treat I can make us for, honestly, it's just been a long week for both of us. Last time when Mom was here, when she visited for Christmas, she brought up a block of cream cheese. And I know that he really likes cheesecake, but I also don't have like graham cracker crust materials. So I could do like a crumble base. And the oven is already going, so it's not like it would waste any more propane. I don't know, I'm gonna figure something out. I just came over to the van to make sure that everything was kind of tidied up and the fire was on its way out, and that I have everything I need, because my plan is to be in bed before 9. I have a little bit more computer work to do, so I'm going to stoke the wood stove in the bus. I brought the cheesecake in here to cool off in a safe spot, so once the cheesecake is cooled, I'll come back and get that too, and I'm really excited to try it. 2 things that Chris and I just did not have the time and energy for today was, number 1, doing laundry. We are putting it off yet another day. And secondly, I really wanted to shower, but I don't want to. I am not going to shower. I'm putting that off too. And it'll feel so great, because if we do laundry tomorrow, then I can get to crawl into new fresh sheets, freshly showered. and that's always a good feeling. Before I end, I just want to give a really huge thank you to everybody that purchased some merch items. I was really shocked at the orders just like flooding in, and not only does it make me feel loved and cared for and appreciated on here, but it also makes me feel really grateful for this community and for the excitement that you guys have around where this money is being donated. So if you are new or haven't heard yet, I am selling some limited time merch. It's a desert collection with really beautiful art, and it's available on my website, and 100% of the net profit of all of the sales is going to be donated to the Theodore Roosevelt Conservation Partnership. So thank you guys so much for being such a beautiful part of our lives, and I'm so glad that I get to kind of be a part of your life too on Sundays for about 20 minutes. So with that, I guess Akila and I will see you next week. There's nothing quite like a hill to wake you up. Why does it look like that? Like, why is it fuzzy? Sweet. No! Sure, and I love the light. That was ice falling from the trees above me. Is in on the project Sprinter van. Stop falling from the trees. It's taking forever. Form drop. Oh my gosh! Here are a few important. Akila, my goodness, what is going on with this? Why can't this just go smooth? You just talked back to me. Power system. Holy shit, I swear. And there goes my lights. Yeah. Okay. Welcome to van life, everybody.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side, our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.